Welcome to another episode of WMA Sportsman. Got my buddy Alex with me today. We just made it to the area we're going to be hunting for the next 3 or so days. We did not do any scouting going into this, so we're going to just get set up blind this morning and tweak our spots as we do the hunt.
Let's go.
Good luck, brother. It's super duper thick where we punched in at. The light's starting to break. I am on a pond edge and I found a setup tree, so because of that, I'm just gonna sit here. I'll sit here for at least an hour or two. Let everything calm down. I don't want to blow out everything in this area and trample through this thick stuff. There might be an easy trail that I see once it's light, so here we are. Let's try it out for a little bit. He walked into this thick stuff too. He said he's going to probably make his way back to the truck and get reset up somewhere else. It is 8 o'clock. I'm going to go ahead and get down, pack up my stand, and attempt to get a little deeper. All this thick stuff was between me and this pond, but you can see, looks like there's little pockets where you can push through. So I'm going to try to push through to that pond. This is what it looks like on the ground. It's the dilemma I had this morning. Why I set up where I did. Come up here a little bit. Let's try this. Oh, there's a spider web. Alright, I made it through that little thicket. Wasn't too bad in the light. So I'm gonna cut across here. In the middle of a cypress dome. I wanted to stick to the edge of this, but I just ended up dumping in here. poked into that cypress, and it got really nice. I got tucked into a thicket. There's some trails going through there, tracks. Very secure. Probably sit back there on the ground, to be honest with you. But I ended up backing out. Not a bad area. It's so thick around here though. I was trying to find a spot where it opens up. I kind of wish I would have brought my kayak. I knew that there's ponds out here and they were wet. I just didn't have enough room in the back of my truck. I fell in the water earlier. My phone got wet and it's working, but it won't charge because it says that there's water in the lightning port. So thankfully, Alex brought out some rice that we were supposed to cook for dinner.
This is my first time setting this up, so.
I let Alex borrow air mattress. I didn't know he had the smallest tent ever made. I think it's a small air mattress though. It might work. If not, he's gonna be hugging that grass tonight. Hey, stick this thing in there. See if we can get it to fit.
Son?
Here, pump that thing up.
It don't fit.
Oh, it's gonna work. There you go.
It don't work.
Holy cow. This thing was made for it. I think it's gonna work. That's like a glove, dude.
My home for the next 4 days.
Oh, bro, you're set. Heck yeah. It's poking the sides out a bit. Try it out. Get in there.
I can definitely.
You're set up.
Oh yeah.
That's
not
it.
bad at all right there.
I'm gonna have to trade you tents. Those look tasty. I'm gonna go down a little bit to where I was telling you.
Down that way? Alright. Just drop, I got your location, so I'll see you.
Yeah, no, I'll drop you off here, and then I'm gonna go back there. I'm gonna bring my tree stand in, and I'll probably sit back there till dark.
Guess I better bring my bow with me, huh?
Yeah, you might need that. After this morning, we went back to camp, got everything set up. We were so freaking gassed off of running off 3 to 4 hours of sleep that we just took a nap and hung out at camp before we knew it was 2 o'clock. And I was contemplating going to scout in the area and leave my stand behind because there is a very heavy wind that I could use to scout tonight. I'm gonna scout my way in, and if I find some good sign, I'm probably gonna set up on it sooner than later. Have not found any buck sign. I'm getting up by where the terrain features make a nice funnel. There's no setup trees right here, so it's forcing me just to keep walking as well. I got a couple good game trails right here. And then there's a couple historic rubs. I'm gonna set up here for a little bit. Let's see how it looks up top. Just gonna show you guys the spot real fast. The wind is pushing this way. I have a giant flag pond. I'm set up, of course, on the pond edge where trail runs right through. And then here is the other edge where it dumps in. I would prefer to be down here a little more, but there's no setup trees. And then my wind's blowing back in here, this direction I came in from. This is all pretty thick palmetto sanctuary. Over here is a second pond. You can kind of see the edge. It's too far for me to hunt. It's probably 120 yards away. That'd be my guess how wide this strip of woods is. But pond, another pond. This is a funnel. I'm hunting this edge, and then my wind is blowing straight this way, coming out that direction pretty heavy. Hearing something splash around the water, something walking around. It's downwind of me, so that was pretty surprising. I think it finally skirted out the area. I see a deer way far away. It's a doe. Messing with the hog. I'm out here for a big buck. There's a bunch of stuff walking around just out of range. I thought I caught movement over this thing. I think it's a bunch of hogs. Those two big ones walked off, I believe. I think this is something else. It could be a different hog. And then I just heard another separate hog squeal across this pond. Did you shoot one?
Tomorrow. Shit's up. It's too thick.
I was watching you on the shared location, just going left, right.
Dude, I'm getting lost left and right.
I figured that about whooped you coming out of that crap.
I mean, I'm not tired. I just
Yeah, but that was brutal.
kind of scares me a little bit. I don't really love it.
Well, how thick it is.
Yeah, that and just like the knee-high water part. It's really not my cup of tea. I don't even know why I'm doing this.
So we're primitive camping out here this weekend in the tents. I bought something off Amazon that is going to be a game changer for myself, and possibly you guys. We are going to be able to take freaking showers out here. I used to use the old school gravity style shower, and that freaking, that's okay. But what I got here is a little freaking pump. This kit was $30 on Amazon. So we took an extra cooler, we brought it with us, and we filled it up with water. All right, so here's the mount. It's got a little suction cup. I've yet to use this. Boom, right here. Whew, look at that nozzle, son. Nozzle tough. Right there like that. And then, this is how this thing goes into operation. You take this is your pump. You got an on-off switch, you got a suction cup on this, and you put it in the water. Run it on in here, suction cup it, like that, and turn it on. 100%. I'll turn on the low setting. Check that out. Redneck shower. Alex, come check this thing out, dude.
I don't want to see you shower.
Come here. Look at that.
Oh, dude, hell yeah. That is cool. That's awesome, man.
You got the on-off switch right here.
That is freaking cool. Yup. That's what I'm talking about.
That's a game changer.
Game changer. Is it heated?
Yeah.
Nice.
Oh, that burns. It's not heated. We are living in luxury out here.
Oh, yeah.
The only thing I'm missing is a silver bullet. Come on. Alex decided to treat me with some a deer he shot last season. I think he said it's got red wine, vinegar, Bush Light, some skull. On a serious note, I don't know what he marinated with. He said like freaking whatever's in your fridge, right?
Yeah, olive oil, red wine vinegar, soy sauce, Worcestershire, a little bit of rice vinegar, lemon juice, pretty much everything I had. It turned out pretty good though, don't you think, Zach?
Oh yeah. Yeah, when we ate it earlier, it was super duper tender. That is a pile of food. Did you just say that you're about to make more food?
Well, should I make some beans? Beans would be kind of good with this. I made a little too much rice, but I kind of do want the beans.
Dude, let's go. All right, guys, we're gonna hang out at camp here tonight, obviously, because we don't have much choice in that matter. and we'll see y'all in the morning. Today, the wind is blowing this way. It's going to be going this way to this way. All of this is huntable. Good chance that's where I'm going to kill him. Palmetto Flat. They might funnel out through here or through here. There's a second pond. This is going to be a bottleneck where stuff might push through. There's a good chance they walk through farther than where I can see them. Then we got thick terrain, thick palmettos, whatnot. And then this pond goes back around. This right here is a solid, great edge. It's thick. Probably the nicest woods that borders this pond. Issue is wind's blowing back into that. So If stuff's over here, there's a good chance that I'm not ever gonna see it or I'm gonna scare it off. However, I got this other edge that I'm hunting. This would not be a bad spot to return to with the wind going this way. And then you'd be able to hunt this whole pond, no issues. Just seen a big old hog cross this pond. That's where that hog went. Just had a coyote come out. I seen it for a split second. Quite a few hogs coming this way. I think there's 4 or 5 hogs that came out right on this edge of the pond where I was predicting that the animals were going to come out. They came out. They went out a little opening up right here, about 32 yards away. And then they scrambled around the palmettos, and then now they're walking back into this palmetto flat. This is right where I was sitting this morning. I just wanted to hug into this little thicket and see if there's some rubs. Looked like there was one. I would scout down here, but my wind's pushing that way. so it's not going to be a good place to hunt tonight or tomorrow. I was just curious what it looked like over here. Anyways, that's my palm tree right there. The old rub. Right there's palm tree. Pretty spot. Nice secure edge. There's a bunch of tracks, mostly hog tracks going through here. Some hog rooting. Not a bad area. Alright, I'm gonna grab my backpack. And we're gonna go freaking stomp through some mud. Looks like an old road. Another old road. This area that I'm walking, it's got a very nice secure look to it. It's got the natural funnel on the edge of a pond, easy walking area next to a more thick area where they're going to be pushed in. A couple historic rubs, no fresh ones. I'm not quite sure when they lay the sign down out here, when they rut and all that. So there's a chance that they haven't really started hitting trees yet. I know when I had been out here in the past, it was pretty difficult to find sign. So it might just be early. But we have a limited time, like I said. It's a nice area. I could sit here and see some stuff, but there's a few more pinch points I want to check out. So I'm gonna walk those. Try to move the stand to the best location for tonight. Alright, a couple small fresh rubs. Alex is on the ground looking for a spot as well. We're texting each other, and he said he found a good spot. It's got a bunch of rubs, trails, and a couple good scrapes. Meanwhile, I've been walking. I've only found 2 puny rubs, far and few between. Bunch of trails, but nothing that's really that good. Very small rub from this year. Made it back to the tree stand. Been walking for just about 2 hours. It's 11:52. I'm pretty whooped. Oh man. I did not find anything that looked promising. So what I'm thinking is I'm gonna grab the tree stand. I'm gonna start walking out, and I'm gonna hit some spots on the way out. Before we're getting out of here, I'm just gonna push into where those hogs came out of. Little rub. Couple rubs. Alright, I'm gonna try to sneak up to this cypress. What is that? Some sort of fruit in here. Like a crab apple or something. No buck sign here either. Heading back to the truck. Tonight, left the climber at the truck. Got the backpack. And I'm planning on going scouting. I did bring my saddle and my single climbing stick. I am busting across a dang pond. Knee deep. I came from here, going here. It's about 300 yards that I have to cross through here. Little rough. Finally. Super duper fresh. All right, let's get set up here soon. It's been a while since I sat in the saddle. Just climbed up here. About all set up. Took me about 15 minutes. Check it out. There is one issue. I was taking my bow off the pull-up rope, put it on its hanger, and guess what fell down? My quiver full of arrows decided to leave the chat, and it's down there. I'm tired, I'm whooped. This just made me hit my breaking point for the night, despite me dropping my quiver. It is a beautiful night, and this is a beautiful spot. If that's the worst of my problems tonight, I'm blessed. As I got down, I was crossing across all this water. I jumped up a big body deer. It had to be a buck. It looked like a 140-pound deer. I ran into this stuff. I was out in the open. So, I guess that's a good sign, regardless. But not what I'd prefer to do. Just spent the last 20 minutes changing trees. I pushed in here this morning and I walked this edge, and then there's a fork where the slough goes this way and it goes that way. The wind is pushing this way, so I tried to push in and set up on that point on the other side, and I did that, but there was no big trees. They were all tiny. So I got set up. I was only about 15 foot off the ground. I was facing down. I forgot my safety harness at the house on this trip too, so I didn't have that. So it was pretty sketchy. It was wanting to spin around the tree every time I stood up. Anyways, I liked the idea of this better after I thought about it. Since the wind's pushing this way, I got way more edges that I could hunt. So I took a risk and I moved. I figured this is going to be my last hunt, and I might as well try to get myself in the best spot as possible. Last night, I went in the woods, I scouted, I just started trucking through that pond back to the truck, and I jumped a huge deer. It had to be a big buck. It looked like it was 140 pounds. I did not want to go back there again this morning because that place was gnarly to get to. I figured I want to hunt out my climber and try something different. While I was sitting in the tree stand, I thought I seen a rub. Check it out. Sure thing. Nice rub right there on this edge. It's where I walked down this morning as I cut through here to that next series. And I probably jigged up this area a little bit too much doing that. All the rubs that I've been finding have been super duper fresh. You seen on that one, it had the cypress bark at the bottom. So I honestly think that these bucks just started laying down the sign, and that's why it's so hard to find buck sign. Which, with that being the case, I feel like you just need to start hunting the terrain and maybe historic sign. There's a rub from a few years ago where the tree has done healed up. Yep. Anyways, that is gonna conclude this trip. We gave it hell. Try to figure it out because we did not come out to this area and do any pre-scouting. Anyways, that's gonna conclude this episode. I appreciate you guys watching, and we'll see you on the next adventure.